Hey my lovelies, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is 𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢. We're going to get into a very quick full glam beat. I had somewhere to go, so that's why I'm doing this voiceover. But I want to show you guys that you can still achieve a really nice look, and people will not know if you added, missed, or skipped some steps when the end result come out and you looking flawless, okay? So we're going to start off here with Merit Beauty's Great Skin. I like this underneath the makeup. It just adds like some skin benefits. It has hyaluronic acid and niacinamide in it. So I put that all over the face just to help the foundation of the makeup. And then next up, I am using my Tatcha Silk Canvas. That's just in the areas where I feel like I have more oil. So it kind of controls my T-zone because I have combination skin. So I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape in Medium Tan Neutral. And then I'm just using this ABH brush. It's the number 18, and then I'm using a fluffy dense brush just to go ahead and blend out the bottom. I didn't do anything on the top, so I wanted to kind of keep it natural. Then I am using this essence. This is the Lash and Brow. It's the clear one, so that just helps to lock in the brows. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my NARS foundation in Syracuse, and I'm also using the, what is that? That is the, it's a triangle brush, y'all. Hold on, I'm losing my mind. No, it's the Pinnacle foundation brush. So this brush is a really nice. I like it. It's not too dense, but I do like the shape of it because it does get in like the corners and stuff because it's a triangle shape, and you can definitely get like all around the edges, the corners, like the whole nine. It's a full coverage, but it's not overly full, and it's very smoothing. Next up, I'm using that same Tarte Shape Tape in Medium Tan Neutral, and that's just to highlight my face a little bit. And then I'm taking that with a Real Techniques 402 brush to blend that out. So it's not too highlighted from my foundation because I am getting a little tan, but it's just enough. And then I'm gonna take this Huda Beauty setting powder, and I believe this is in Pound Cake, and this little setting pad. You can get these on Amazon. I will definitely link everything below. I did end up setting the whole face, and this is not normally what I would do. So for example, I would probably use a pressed powder to set my face, but like I said, I was in a rush, so I just went ahead and used Laura Mercier loose setting powder in translucent to set the rest of the face. And if you guys can see, the edges of my face is still brown. That's my natural skin color, so the foundation kind of appears a little light, but that's only because my forehead is darker than my face. But I am going to take this Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Caramel Cutie and use this as a contour around the edges. So you'll see once I put the powder on, you'll see everything come together. And then this is, since I'm using this as a contour more than a bronzer, I'm only going to focus it like on the cheeks, a little bit on the forehead, and then we're going to take a more warmer, because this is kind of neutral, we're going to take a more warmer bronzer to just tie everything in together. And I'm using my AOA F21 brush to use for the bronzer. Next, I'm going to use Juvia's Place, and I'm only focusing on, this is the medium palette. I'm only focusing on the bottom one because it's a little bit more warmer, so I'm going to use that to tie in everything and bring it together, because I didn't take the foundation all the way up my forehead because, like I said, my forehead is a little bit more tan than my face. So if I use a foundation that matches my face, it will look like it's a little too light if you compare it to my forehead. Next up, I'm using my NYX. This, I love this. This is in the shade Deep. I don't know if they still sell this or not, but like I said, everything will be linked below. But I love this because it's very neutral, and it's like the perfect amount of color to chisel that nose. Like, I'm just trying to, you know, slim it up just a little bit, give it some definition, some angles, you know. I'm using my Morphe V105 brush to do that. Love that brush. It's perfect for chiseling the nose area. Like, seriously, that's all I use it for. I think it's a concealer brush, but that's all I use it for. I'm also going to take this Juvia's Place blush palette, and I'm taking my, what is this? This is my Smashbox Buildable Cheek Brush. It's a very fluffy kind of like, it's not dense at all. So like, even if you pile on the powder, I wouldn't just go straight in, but one tap or one swipe will not add too much blush. Okay, and I'm taking what's left over like into the eye and up a little bit more about the cheek, but not like, I'm not trying to do too much of the cheek area, like a slight reflection, you know. It just gives it, just ties everything in together. So I love this blush brush. Like, this is probably one of my favorite ones because it doesn't, especially for beginners, like if you feel like some powder is too pigmented and you don't want to overdo it, or you scared that dense brushes kind of scare you because they too much, yeah, you'll like this brush. It's very beginner friendly because it does not deposit a lot of powder. These lashes are from AliExpress. I will link them. I'm just using this Milani setting spray, and when I put setting spray on, because I feel like it was a little too powdery, so when I put that much setting spray on, I'm usually going to go over it with a sponge, and it doesn't matter what sponge you use, but as long as it's a sponge that you can even out, like maybe soak up a little bit of it and then just melt it in. I don't like for it to dry. I like for it to kind of melt into the skin. So I press the setting spray in with my setting, you know, what I use to set my face, and it just comes out looking so good. Like, look at that skin. For the lip combo, I use the ColourPop's BFF lip liner, and then I use the Huda Beauty lipstick in board meeting. And I'm just topping it with the Essence. I want to say it was Essence Clear Gloss, but I'll link it below. And this is the finished look, you guys. Like, you cannot tell me that I skipped some steps or this is not my normal foundation routine. This is a full glam, okay? If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I love you guys. See y'all in the next one.